Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Jade Empire Closed Fist walkthrough. Alright, we have got a ton of dialogue to get through here with Old Mother Quan, and I will pick the commentary up right after.
Hello, young one. My name is Quan, but everyone calls me Old Mother Quan. I'd like you to call me that too, okay? Welcome to my tea house. Oh, that's not right. No, not anymore. Sorry about the confusion, dearie. What I meant to say was, welcome to Master Dutong's tea house. Oh, I steep the tea and help clean the tables when Yanwan gets too busy. Pretty much what I used to do back when I owned the place. I'm afraid you will have to wait your turn, dearie. Waitress Yanwan is very busy. I'm sure she'll get to you in time. Oh, poor girl. Master Dutong works her too hard. If I still owned this place, she'd get far more than the few coins he gives her each week. But I guess he's in charge now. Yes, I owned the tea house for many years. At least I thought I did. But then Master Dutong came to town with that imperial writ. Oh my, wasn't that a shock? Turns out his family owns this land. They have for hundreds of years. The land is his along with everything on it, so now he owns my tea house too. He was nice enough to let me stay on here as a helper. I steep the tea. Yanwan takes the orders, and Master Dutong, well, he mostly just drinks his wine. No one knew. This was just an empty patch of rock for hundreds of years. Who would have thought the Empire had deeded it to anyone? But Master Dutong came along with his writ. Now, why would I do such a thing? I can't even imagine anyone being so horrible they'd forge an imperial writ. No, I'm sure the land belongs to Master Dutong. That is very nice of you, my child, but what could you do? I would love to have my tea house back, but it belongs to Master Dutong now. You can't argue with an imperial writ. All this talk is just the rambling of an old woman. Put it out of your head and enjoy yourself. It may not be mine anymore, but this is still a fine tea house.
If you want tea, have a seat. The serving girl will be by directly if I don't fire her first, the useless wench. I should have replaced her the day I took over this tea house. Oh, certainly. The Imperial writ is 400 years old, and I just carry it around with me all the time and show it to complete strangers. Please. The writ is locked safely away, as I told Mother Quan. I'm not about to bring it out on your request. Now, if you will just leave me to my drinking. Yes, good.
Hello, greetings, welcome. My name is Steeper Yanru, and I'll be... No, that's not right at all. Idiot! I'm Barkeep Yanru now, not Steeper Yanru. I'm sorry about that. I still can't get the hang of this new position. Sometimes I wish old Mother Quan still owned the tea house so things could go back to the way they were. That imperial writ has caused us no amount of grief. Mother Quan lost her tea house, waitress Yanwan is busier than ever, and I spend all day giving out foolish advice. Mother Quan saw it, though her eyes aren't too good. Most of us didn't bother to give it a look since hardly anyone in the town can read anyway. What? You mean it wasn't real? That means Mother Quan should still own the tea house. Problem is, Dutong's already shown everyone the writ and now he's got it locked away. If you're right, he'd never bring it out again. There's no way to prove he cheated Mother Quan. That might work. It would probably help if you get him drunk first. That's something I can help you with. Dutong's always having me send over wine. Usually I mix it with water so he doesn't get too drunk too fast, but I could start sending it to him unmixed. It won't be quite that easy. I've watched Dutong for quite a while, and when he's drinking, he usually goes through 3 stages of drunkenness. Dutong gets very friendly when he starts to drink. You might get a confession out of him then, but I doubt it. He's not really all that drunk at that stage. Usually after about 7 bowls, he slips into depression and sorrow. He complains about how his life is worthless and what a bad and sinful man he is. Not a pretty sight. By the 9th glass, he starts to get paranoid. You can't really talk to him then. Usually around that time, I try to slip a restorative potion into his glass to sober him up. The restorative tastes pretty foul, but it does the job. Works instantly and makes a man sober as an imperial judge. Dutong's guard keeps a vial handy at all times, just in case. The guard gave me a few vials so I could slip them into Dutong's wine when he starts to get paranoid. Keeps him from getting out of hand. No problem. We have 2 sorts of wine here. Peasant's wine and Imperial Seasoned Spirits. The peasant's wine is pretty weak, but that's usually what Dutong drinks. The Imperial Seasoned Spirits are a lot stronger. 1 bowl of that is worth 3 bowls of peasant's wine. And if Dutong gets too drunk, I have the restorative to sober him up. One drink for Master Dutong coming up. Anything else I can do for you? One drink for Master Dutong coming up. Anything else I can do for you? One drink for Master Dutong coming up. Anything else I can do for you? Good, good. Go speak to Dutong. If he's not drunk enough, or if he's too drunk, come back and see me and I'll mix him up another drink. We'll get him to admit he's a cheat and a sneak. Then Old Mother Quan will be back in charge, and I won't ever have to give out another bit of bad advice.
What do you want? You come to mock me? Come to laugh at the tragedy that is the life of Three Sheets Dutong? No, not the writ. Let's not talk about that. It's my secret shame. Just the thought of that writ brings tears to my eyes. It tears at my poor, miserable soul. Yes, I'm a worm. A filthy snake. I'm a worthless, wretched worm. Oh, I'm a despicable person. A bad, bad man. The writ, it's a fake. A forgery. I made it all up!
Boss, what are you saying? I better sober you up.
God, oh, God! Oh, I hate that restorative potion. Oh! That stuff tastes like vomit baked in a glaze of goat hair and garnished with a sprinkling of horse dung. And now I have the strangest memory, as if I... Oh no. Did I say anything to you, stranger? Anything about, oh, I don't know, an imperial writ? What? No, I never said any such thing.
I heard what you said, Dutong. I knew you cheated Mother Quan out of this place, and now we have proof. You can't get out of this now.
Ah, I see what you're after. Oh yes, Three Sheets Dutong was not born yesterday, or the day before that. Indeed, we are speaking the language of commerce. I will give you a great deal of silver to keep this little secret from getting out. Lots of silver for both of you, if you keep quiet about this.
I don't know, Dutong. I could really use the silver, but Mother Quan is such a nice old lady, I'm just not sure what to do. Yeah, okay. I guess that's a smart thing to do. Give us the silver and we'll keep quiet.
Here you go. Yes, yes, take it. And now, I consider this matter done with. Now please go away. I have a pounding headache.
I can't believe you would do that. Sometimes I wonder if you and I were trained by the same master at all.
Okay, so obviously that is the closed fist solution, I guess, to the tea house dilemma. I love that guy's name for whatever reason. Three Sheets Dutong. It's just one of the most hilarious names in any video game I've probably ever played. So, again, fantastic job by the writers at BioWare to come up with this stuff because it's just a riot. But anyways, yeah. So get quite a bit of silver for that solution as well. So that's always nice. I always felt like the closed fist path was just. It seems to me you get more silver just overall with this, so it can open up some more options as far as styles and things to actually pick up. So, anyways, I think we need to head down and have I think there's a conversation over here. Yeah, we got a couple of pirates. I think these are pirates. And some random woman.
Don't be like that.
So they kind of block her path. And then here we get to just... Again, as usual with the closed fist path, we get to be a total D-bag. Alright.
Yeah! You people need to relax. Have some wine with us.
Yeah, you need wine, sweetie.
Woofno aknati nir sasi ir yawak orui. Wo sawir nok swo sanseir sonok phonias usatha. Woofno aknati nir sasi ir yawak orui. Okiruk fir nir niki pra.
If Captain Ing can't get the ship out soon, there'll be a...
Yes? What do you want? That wouldn't get her away. That reminds me of my favorite song. I'm a sailor fine, and I like my wine on the water blue, and do you know the rest of the words? Sleeping it off on the water blue, I know a sailor named... Are you sure you don't know the... what do you call them? Yes, words. Don't you know them?
Okay, so yeah, definitely not a role model here with these choices. All right, so there's a vase here with 18 silver, it looks like, and then there is a cask or something way over here. This whole area it's kind of weird. I mean, it looks gorgeous, but yeah, there's only this bamboo cask over here. Warrior's Gem of Fate, it looks like I got. Keep in mind, and I should have brought this up earlier, but I didn't think about it until just now. These gems that you oftentimes get out of, like, casks and stuff like that, most of the time that they're just randomly generated. There are set ones, here and there, but oftentimes they're just random, so, the gem I get might not be the one that you get.
Hello, and welcome to Chuman's Woodcrafts. I'm afraid I don't have any woodwork items ready right now. My inventory's a bit understocked. I'm Chuman the Craftsman. Nobody important, just a simple merchant of fine woodwork items. A merchant who may not be in business much longer, I'm afraid. There are several customers who owe me money, but with the dam open, times are hard. I can't expect them to pay me when they can't even feed their families. And if they don't pay me, I can't afford the raw materials to make my woodwork. It's a difficult situation, but I'm trying to make the best of it. You might be right. I'm a fine craftsman, but I'm not much for business. I extend credit too easily, and then I can't bring myself to collect. It's just not in my nature. No, that won't be necessary. I don't want to cause any trouble for my customers. I'm sure they'll pay me eventually. At least, I hope so. Farewell.
Okay, so Chuman there is a woodworker, and he's actually he's part of the
fisherman's
Eiling and is it Bay? Is it Bay the Baker? Baker Bay? Baker Bay. I think Baker Bay. Part of their side quest. Because of the way that we're going to resolve it, we don't do anything with Chuman. So it's
Welcome,
yeah.
stranger! Welcome to beautiful Tian's Landing. Isn't it a glorious day? Oh, I know. People complain and grumble, but honestly, I think they're overreacting. Things can't be that bad, right? After all, you're here. If the town was truly doomed, would we still be getting visitors? Ha, I think not. In fact, I think your presence here is a sure sign that things are looking up. Soon, all our problems will be solved. It's just like I kept saying. Huh, you're not the only one. All over town, people keep saying to me, Li Shun, why are you so happy? Can't you see how bad things are? But it's just a matter of perspective. Things will get better, they always do. It's like my father used to say, the greater the problem, the greater the solution. I'm sure it'll all work out. Denial? Preposterous! Sure, half the people have moved away, and those who stayed have mostly given up hope, and the entire town is running out of food and silver. But does my optimism mean I'm in denial? Of course not! I mean, none of the buildings are on fire, right? See? Something good. Just like that, right off the top of my head. I admit that some see our Imperial Minister Shang as, well, not entirely competent or capable of dealing with our problems. But somehow things will work out. They always do. Enjoy your stay in wonderful Tian's Landing, where things are never as bad as they seem.
Li Shun's pretty funny. Anyways, so what I was saying there with Baker Bay and that side quest is there's actually 3 guys that, again, if you go the open Palm route, there's 3 different NPCs in town that you can kind of hook Eiling up with. And Chuman, I think, is the best one. There's also the farmer, forget his name. He's over here by the boathouse.
This here's a private club. Members only. No chance. It's braced from the other side. You can't get in unless you're a member. You can't. Just move along. You have a nice day now.
Such a nice reply. You have a nice day now. But anyways, yeah, so the 3 different guys, Chuman, and then I think it's Big Tien. I think that might be his name. And then the third guy is, it's the guy in the tea house. I kind of am spacing on his name. Yao something, or I can't remember. Anyways, again, we're not going to be resolving that quest in that way. So, unfortunately, the bachelors will have to stay bachelors. Oop, there's a trap. That's always lovely. Okay. So I think that NPC is right. Oh, yeah, Big Tien. Yeah, this is the guy.
Look at all these people here. When my old father told me to come to the big city, he never warned me about the crowds. Back on the farm, I ain't never seen so many people and buildings in one place. Except for livestock. But I guess they ain't people. Or buildings. My name's Tian, but everyone calls me Big Tian because I'm so big. I came to the city to try to find me a wife. So far, it's not going so good. You wouldn't happen to know any pretty young gals, would you? Someone who'd want to come live on the farm with me? Price? What are you talking about? Oh, I get it. My old father warned me about your type. I ain't looking to buy me no woman. No lady for hire type gals for this country, boy. I just want a nice, respectable gal to be my wife. One who can help me out on the farm and such. Okay, well, goodbye then. Have a nice day and all.
Alright, yeah, so that was Big Tien. He is, again, one of the 3 bachelors that unfortunately will have to stay a bachelor because of our actions. Anyways, alright, so we've got a book stand here that details the cataclysm. Enormous cloud that rises miles into the air, visible to those brave enough to travel the rough seas of Tempest. Yeah, so this is actually kind of interesting. I thought maybe this was just some weather event that, they were trying to describe, but they have added here some acrid smell that carries on the wind, and those who approach too closely fall ill. So I don't know if that was, I don't know if that was some sort of superstitious event that would, shape our thoughts of the Jade Empire. I'm not really sure what they were going for there. There could be a reference there to something that I'm just not familiar with. But anyways, we've got the 2 masters in Tien's Landing here. One of them is Mistress Vo, and the other one, I'm not going to remember his name. But these 2... unfortunately, we'll only teach you one style here, and it's dependent on what path you're going down, closed fist or open palm.
You taught me much, Jian, but the most valuable lessons were learning where you were wrong. 17th square of the lion, if you please. You are being rude, Jian. We have a guest. Let us place the game on hold a moment. Surely you know of Yi, the capturing game? Played on a board of 19 rows and columns, the black and white pieces capture territory for their player. Do not be so hasty, Jian. You did not turn me aside all those years ago. Jian the Iron Fist isn't honestly going to let this one walk away, is he? If you don't say anything, then I will, you old goat. I too see strength, but also the capacity for understanding the world and your place in it. You could prove an interesting pupil. He would like nothing more than to have you as a student. But show me that you walk the way of the open palm, and I will teach you the mysteries of Stone Immortal.
No fantayana ukona ni pinatoa. Wonakapir sari awaf, van sier surufus isinosaurus usuno. Sata tawi ir wonawa fu kuno sukut nia awafawa ir sutuk. To fuwe tawita ir ukarashita wewu.
Okay, so, yeah, Jian the Iron Fist. Because we're a closed fist, obviously, we need to fight Gian, and because we've got so many, closed fist points at this point, we can actually, go ahead and fight him right now and get his style. I will be completely honest. He actually beat me the first time I did this. Unfortunately, his style is brutal. If he catches you in the, it's like the power attack, I think. And unfortunately, it basically just holds you there, and he just destroys you.
Careful. Would you quit prattling and train the lad, Gian? Your best students tend to be quick to anger and unforgiving of old goats. I think it's time we were leaving, don't you, Gian? You think you'll live until next year, Gian? You know our paths will cross on the field of battle sooner than that.
Alright, so there you have it. Style Gain Tempest. Now, I'll be honest, I probably won't use that much. I usually stay away from magic styles. And, especially I think in this playthrough, it'll be even more important to kind of stay away from using the magic to deal damage, just because it's really easy to take a lot of damage in combat, and unfortunately I need that chi to heal myself. So again, I probably won't be using Tempest really at all, but it is kind of interesting. So there's basically 4 magic styles that I remember. It's Tempest, which is wind. There's Stone Immortal. That's the style that Mistress Vo has, and then there's Ice and Fire that we got from the Water Dragon.
Hey, Baker Bay. How are you today?
Go away! I told you I want no part of this. Tell Eiling to leave me alone.
If you want to tell Eiling something, go tell her yourself. In the meantime, we have our orders. Nothing personal. It's a little personal with me. I like sticking your face in the gutter. Hold on a sec. We've got company. You're a little too interested in our business, friend. Looks like we gotta teach you to back off when Eiling's boys are working.
Leaping Tiger. Spirit Thief.
Okay, so here we've got a fight with, it looks like 3 enemies here, and I did a really poor job in this fight. To be fair though, I was testing out Spirit Thieves here, so yeah, I guess be gentle, although to be completely honest, I still did a really poor job. The other problem with this area here is it's kind of narrow, so you just don't have a whole lot of room to maneuver. And then on top of all that, all 3 of these guys have spears, which means their range is really big. So it can be tough to get anything done here. Yeah, and here I tried Tempest as well. It's just, I don't know. It's not a style that I'm gonna do anything with, really after this point. So I figured I'd give it a shot though, just to see kind of, how it would do. And it's again, I just don't feel like it's worth it. It's just unfortunately on this game type, or this difficulty with being on Grandmaster. I think that magic is just better spent, healing yourself. Because again, if you notice here, every time I take even a little bit of damage, I get chunked out pretty bad. That guy, it looks like he's immune to slow, which seems weird, and I don't know if that's actually the case. It always kind of makes me question when I see stuff like that, because I mean, this guy's just a thug. It would be weird, or it seems weird to me that he would be immune to something like that, but whatever. Anyways, I just went with the regular beatdown now. So if you notice there, I'm basically bottomed out on MP the whole time. But that's the good thing about Dawnstar being your support, is she's constantly refreshing my mana. And I guess I did use Spirit Thief just a little bit more to try to get some of that MP back. And there I'm full, so I think at this point I could probably just hopefully get some actual work done here. Yeah, I really restored my I even again tried Tempest one more time just to see if I could get anything done with it, but I don't know. Again, I think for the reasons I've already stated, I'm not going to bother with the Warlock styles after this point. Okay. Looks like so I might be getting to that point too with my, I might have enough damage now with my martial style where I can, probably, yeah, okay, these guys are all immune. That's, okay, well, anyways, yeah, so I'm getting to that point now where my martial style has enough damage now where I can kind of just afford to, just attack these guys and not necessarily have to worry about doing harmonic combos. I don't know, how often I'll do that, but we'll see. There we go, finally.
Can you believe that these thugs would just attack me in broad daylight like that? They might have killed me if you hadn't stepped in. Thank you. I never expected such help from a stranger. You spoke to Lan? How humiliating. My fiancé must have told you I can't protect myself. The woman I love doesn't have faith in me? Oh, the shame. I'll never live this down. Sorry. Forgive me, honorable stranger. I'm not normally so... Well, I'm a bit of a wreck right now. I've taken some pretty bad beatings these past few days. I didn't mean to sound ungrateful. I'm just worried about Lan. She's very emotional. I've done my best to try and keep her from becoming involved in this. Those thugs are acting on Eiling's orders. She's the head of their gang. They have a small hideout in the boathouse. Eiling and I were friends when we were children, but we drifted apart as we grew up. She fell in with some rough people, as you've already seen. Ever since I got engaged, Eiling has become obsessed with me. Every day she sends her thugs to beat me up. She says she won't stop until I go talk to her. She's obviously crazy. I've done nothing to her. We haven't even spoken in years. If I go to her hideout to talk to her, I'm afraid that I'll never come out. At least the beatings on the street are out in public. They won't kill me in front of witnesses. Well, not on purpose anyway. Thank you so much. Eiling and her thugs are in the boathouse. Please just ask her to leave me alone. All we want is to live our lives in peace.
Okay, so again, that's Baker Bay. That is the NPC that Lon has asked us to help out. I'm actually going to head back to her and kind of update Lan with what we've just found out. I think we've got a little dialogue maybe in here too. Oh yeah, just a little bit.
Pretty.
Wo afawir sun urk vonir ook. Ook sier sa fiet kup wo sarkir.
Put that sword back, lout! Surely there was never a minister as unlucky as Minister Sheng to suffer such insolence.
Koni Onoyu Tashika Wheel Fonil Satharaponi?
And still poor Minister Sheng suffers the insults of tradesmen who know nothing of justice. Where would I put the lout? My jail has been burned to the ground, along with my office, I might add. I have no place to put thieves, so stop questioning your betters.
All right, so that's sort of our introduction to Minister Sheng. I'm sorry, so Minister Sheng is the... Oh, I don't know if he's considered the mayor. I actually don't know his title. But yeah, he's responsible for the town here. And, oops, wrong way. Yeah, we're headed back to land, so. Anyways, yeah, so we'll do a little bit more chatting with him a little bit later after we kind of knock out some more of these side quests. But here's our update with Seamstress Land.
Did you find Bay? Were you able to stop the thugs from hurting him? A woman? What is her interest in my fiancé? Do you know who she is? You have to talk to her. Tell her to leave him alone. He's mine. Make her leave him alone. Of course. I don't mean to sound ungrateful. I'm honored that one as great as you offered to help me at all. Thank you.
I'll be honest, I don't really know how much we got out of that dialogue there. I probably could have just skipped that and not bothered, but whatever. Anyways, let's head back. I think at this point we might be able to get into the boathouse. And we'll actually just resolve this quest right here and now. Open Palm, you have to do a little bit more work. Oh, running by the boathouse. Okay. Oh, okay. Interacting with Cataclysm again. I don't really know why. Guess I was just... Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what... Okay. When I lost to Jian that first time, I had to redo some stuff, and I had to go back and get that book again.
This here's a private club. Members only. Why didn't you say so in the first place? Go on in. They'll unlock the door for you.
Okay, so after you beat up the bullies, thugs, whatever, that are trying to whoop Baker Bay's butt, say that 3 times fast, you can now get into the boathouse, and we will basically just go in here and work all these turkeys over and take our loot and be on our way. Again, the nice thing, I guess, about Closed Fist is how fast this side quest wraps up. So again, we're actually going to finish this right here and now. So the book stand here, this is about the Horse Lord tactics. It's kind of crazy. The Horse Lord tactics here, or this book reminds me of Game of Thrones and the Dothraki. I don't know if there was supposed to be some connection there, but or maybe George R.R. Martin or whatever that turkey's name is was inspired by Jade Empire. Probably not. The Horse Lords are probably like some historical group that I'm not familiar with, but anyways, all right. So we're actually going to head in. Looks like this cask is empty. I would, save your game out here if you're, if there's even a chance you think you might eat it in here, because this fight is a little nasty. I think we have to fight 4 enemies.
So, I hear you helped out Baker Bay today. Gave my boys a bit of a lesson, didn't you? You'd think after all the beatings I gave them over the years they'd be used to losing, but they're still taking it pretty hard. Maybe the humiliation will be good for them. That sounds like a threat. I don't respond well to threats. Besides, Bay's only getting what he deserves. He brought this on himself. Everyone thinks that Bay and that little seamstress make such a nice couple. But Bay already promised to marry me. No, I bet he didn't. Wouldn't want to go around telling people how he left me high and dry, would he? But the fact is, Bay promised to marry me long before that seamstress batted her brazen little eyes at him. He didn't even have the decency to tell me himself. Even now, he'd rather get beaten up every day than face me, or he sends someone in his place, like you. I may not be a delicate little flower like Lon, but I don't want to run this gang forever. Someday I want a husband, maybe a little house, kids too. Bay promised to give me all that. He promised to marry me, and now he's trying to weasel out of it. But a promise is a promise. I won't forget that, even if he tries to. So that's how it's going to be. You'd rather fight me and my boys than make Baker Bay own up to what he did? Nobody threatens me in here. Come on, boys. Time to do our thing.
Leaping Tiger.
Okay, so this is crazy. I mean, oh, there's 5 enemies here. Okay. Anyways, yeah, the whole story here is that Baker Bay, when they were kids, you know, said something that something that he promised to marry Eiling or something like that, and she either took it. Oh wow, got the double kill there. That's rare. But yeah, she took it apparently seriously, or you know, has maybe now tried to make a case that he promised her. You know, again, whatever. It's a childhood promise, but wow, you can even harmonic combo her. That's kind of crazy. Splat. All right, that's that. So that wraps up that quest, and we get our. I think we got. Did we get double closed fist points there? That's what it looked like. Again, it looked like we got a little closed fist points there at the beginning. Or sorry, at the end of the actual conversation, and then it looked like I got more there at the end for actually killing her. I'm not sure if that's actually the case, or if we actually really only got, you know, one set, but interesting. Anyways, all right. So the land of the howling spirits. Early mountain folk. Ah, yes. Okay. So this is basically a little bit of information about spirit monks. And there, high in the mountains, lies a secluded monastery. So that being Dirge. And we got 750 silver out of the chest there. Inferior intimidation gem out of that vase, and I think that is it. So yeah, that is all for this side quest. And now we can get back to business. I think at this point I'll just head towards. I guess it's kind of the merchant area, down by the docks, and we'll actually pick up. I don't know if it's actually this video or if it's the next one, but we'll pick up some techniques, which are always, you know, useful. But yeah, anyways, so you know, if you're doing the open palm walkthrough, obviously this works out a lot differently. And then even that being said, there's some other kind of really crazy things that you can do with this quest. You can actually tell Eiling that you want, or you can tell Eiling that you'll bring Lan and Bay to her in order to kind of, you know, talk the situation out. And you can actually make Eiling fight Lon, and I think Eiling, well, I assume Eiling just destroys her. But yeah, again, you know, kind of crazy different ways to actually solve this. And
Did you speak to this woman who was after my fiance? Did you find out why she's interested in Bay? You did? What? What did she say? Dead? How awful. But what did she say about Bay? Why was she having her men attack my fiance? He promised to marry her? That slug! That slithering snake! How could he do this to me? I'll never marry him now. Never! You're right. I am better off without him. I'm glad you found this out before I married him. Thank you. Here, take my dowry. I won't need it now. I certainly won't use it to marry that snake Bay. I can't believe he had me fooled like that. I think I need to be alone for a while.
Oh, God. Feels so bad. There's even some more closed fist points right there. All right, so there you tell Lon that Bay promised Eiling to marry him, and then she'll give you her dowry, and then obviously we get even more closed fist points there. So that quest there is just loaded up with closed fist points. But anyways, I'm out of time. So as always, hope the guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more. Thanks for watching.